Yeah, but then again, I think on the flip side, you when you do work with Jimmy and Terry, you find love with Terry, and yeah, you have a daughter
Oh,
and
we were
stuff.
in love before we
Oh,
didn't work together. Right. We were in love writing the music. So, like I said, there's the song. If you've never heard it, you got to check out on Spotify "Beside You," and it's so poetic. It's like you know who Karen Carpenter is, right?
yes, of the commenters, yes, yes.
Close to you. It kind of reminds you of that. It's a beautiful song. And then called the other one is called Tears of Joy. So to me, and there are people that, like I said, there's people that love me regardless. Of course, there are people that love romantic. And the funny part is that they had different sides of me. Like Jimmy and Terry like my softer, sensual side, and LA and Face like the grit of
Mm.
the emotion of when I got. So I was just like, huh? You know what I mean? So it was a trip seeing how like there was different sides of the voice and the textures of each art, but I wrote more with Jimmy and Terry. And like I said, I learned a lot, and we have a beautiful daughter, Ashley, and we had our ritual of love, right? We had our ritual of love.
Oh goodness! I mean, but then did you move to Minnesota?
Oh yeah, yeah. I lived in Minnesota for like 5 or 6 years. I loved Minnesota. It was beautiful. You
Wow.
know,
I went to college in Milwaukee, in the Midwest. I don't know about beautiful. It's
oh
cold, the
yeah,
freezing.
yeah.
Are you come from LA?
No, it's so beautiful. But see, when you're Jimmy and Terry and you live there, it's they own the city. So we
Okay.
go from a heated garage to another heated garage, right? Everything was laid out for them. You got those guys in Prince, they could do no wrong. You know what I mean? So it was a beautiful time. And just Prince would, he would put together, do his slant, his what is it called, his jam sessions, and
Okay.
come over 3 o'clock in the morning, you know what I mean. So it was, and just having the great part, all these artists working. And that's one thing, if I would change, I had access to everybody. You'd have Janet in one room, and Luther, and
Wow.
shoot, Karen Wheeler, and just New Edition, Men Condition, So I just wish I would have took advantage of all these artists and wouldn't have been, so goofy. I don't know what I was. I just didn't see things like I should have properly. I should have been working with all these artists myself, writing songs for them.
Yeah, but most people would say what happened after your third album, you sort of
Oh,
disappeared.
yeah. And let me tell you about my third album, though, because my third album is my biggest album in South Africa. So that album is
Wow.
huge. When I go there, that's why it's like they so they have all three, but my third one was the biggest album.
Wow.
So it's amazing when I go there because I'm a big superstar there. But yeah, so then I stopped singing. Terry and I, we wind up getting a divorce, and I just didn't want to unravel and be in the business. I felt like I had just had Ashley. Ashley was 3, and when you look up and you see like what happened, I never wanted to be divorced, and like how did all of this happen? So I said, let me just stop singing, stop doing everything, and let me spiritually work on who I am, and not run from it. Really just focus on that. And so I really did. And at the time my mom passed, and then I kind of I would say I just kind of lost my way, because I just felt like I had so much confidence and everything, but when you fail at something and if things don't work out, it was kind of my first time of kind of really being depressed, because all this was happening at the same time. My mother, who was my hero, was gone, and so I was just like, let me just raise my daughter. Maybe I had my time. I've done great. I didn't really realize the legacy that I had left on the table, and Because if I would have, I would. There's no way I would have walked away from it because it was insane to do that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to kind of be insane at that time to walk away.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say the beautiful part about it is that when you go through tough times, you see what you're made out of. And it showed me that I'm a superwoman because I really left the business, learned from my neighbor who was a real estate investor. She would buy these beautiful homes. She would fix them up, flip them, and then move every 2 years and make them beautiful. So I bought her home when I moved from Minnesota. And so she bought the house across from me. These were areas that were in these very wealthy areas we would do this in. So I started doing that and I was very successful, very successful. I had over 13 homes. And this is me, no college education, self-trained, learn financially, just really, it showed me what I could do. I wanted to be there for my daughter, Ashley. And the only prerequisite was that I said, well, you have to stay in the same school district. I don't want to have Ashley moving because if we were moving a lot every 2 years, making these homes beautiful. And then then I started buying other rental properties and understanding that. But it showed me that it doesn't matter whatever I was going to do. Like Dorothy, I had it all in me. Mm-hmm. It could have been singing. It could have been real estate, whatever. Karyn White was going to succeed. Mm-hmm. And that's what I said as I was a valedictorian in the 6th grade. In this chain of success, let me be a link. I, Karyn White, will succeed. And so it showed me, it could have been in music. I was driven. You know what I mean? It was just the work ethic was there. So coming back 18 years later.
Wow.
18 years later. Can you believe that? Gone through marriages, discovered who I was, who I wasn't, just became a full-grown woman and fearless. So I'm coming back as a grown woman, at 40 with my own company and doing it on a high level and just preserved, like my voice just became richer and, as before it was young sounding and it just got fuller and, and then just, when you go through, and I became a person and people say, did people know you? Yeah, some people did, and some people didn't. I didn't care. I didn't care about being famous. It was like I became a person and I would love to just talk to people and, be like, oh, you're so down to earth. So I really love what it did to me. It made me human because you got to think that's all I knew. They called me Karyn White in elementary school. I was the track star. I was the girl with the long hair down her back. I was, the talent shows. I was the pageants, all of that. But it made me, I don't know. I mean, I love that that's why when I get on stage, I just connect with people because I am you. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, and I am that superwoman. We have to, I kept stretching and reaching and growing and shaping myself. And when I didn't know it, and lost my way, and I get it. You know what I mean? I am you. So it's just beautiful to see this starting over for me. You know what I mean? And people starting to remember and me getting more shows. But people think it's not easy because I left a legacy. And it's like promoters, it's been 18 years. So it's like, wow, what does she look like? What does she sound like? You know what I mean? And can she still deliver? And so it's just been, and I've been up to the challenge. And it's like, I'm tough now. Now, before I wasn't tough because if I was tough, I wouldn't have left. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't have let nothing pull me away from my heart's desire. But I did, but not no more. So it's, the race isn't given to the swift, won by the swift, but he who endures to the end. And that's where I'm at. I'm coming back with so much fire, so much heat, so much love. What can you do with that? You understand? I'm grateful and I'm thankful. And when you have that working for you and God, it's like, it's your purpose to do this, Karyn. And I'm doing it and I'm grateful. So thank you. Thank you for having me. And
Yeah.
I hope I was able to tell and shed a little bit of my story. And for you people out there that don't think you can do it, you know, you got to see I left it, you know, so I'm coming back. And you know, thank you for believing in me and supporting me. And the best is yet to come.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe and turn on your notification. But better still, check out our membership where you can get to watch these videos from day one, as well as our monthly meetings when we get to meet up and talk with myself and the rest of the people who are members, but also some exclusive interviews which I don't get to broadcast. But thanks for watching and hope to see you soon.
I begin to